Hey, yo, what's good? This is your boy Dirty Yo. Welcome to the No Gimmicks Podcast, sponsored by Hip Hop Weekly Radio. Make sure you go on Android, iPhone users, download the Hip Hop Weekly Radio app. Catch No Gimmicks show every Sunday, 12 to 1 p.m. We stream it on all platforms. The show is also sponsored by No Stranger to Struggle clothing line. So you gotta make sure y'all tap in with all of that. Today we got some special guests. I'm gonna introduce y'all as Black Boys Read too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. But y'all can introduce yourself individually first.
I am Rakaya Simmons. I am co-founder and executive director of Black Boys Read 2.
That's what's up.
I'm Jalicia Jimenez, and I am the development director and co-founder of Black Boys Read 2.
Okay, so now, personally, y'all two, how y'all know each other?
Well, I was her mentor.
Oh,
First.
oh, so some story behind that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you tell the
Sure.
program that you were involved in.
I was doing a leadership program with an organization called Open Buffalo, and they hooked me up with like a mentor. It was really great, and my mentor happened to be
So
Rakaya.
what was the program? What was it about actually?
It was about like building grassroots organizations, so very up the alley of what we're doing now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long have you been mentoring?
Well, so the program, how long was the program?
They've been doing it for many, many years. But I was class of 2021.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So I met her then, and so during that program, I mentored her. But since we're so close in age and kind of kicked it off, we became friends afterwards.
Oh, it just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah. I'm the best friendships sometimes.
Right.
There. People be thinking you gotta like the day ones. That's like a overused term in my world.
Right.
Day ones usually don't be the best friends.
Yeah, right. I didn't even realize it was only 2021. Really?
Maybe? No, I think
That's what I was about to say.
It might have been 2020. But as soon as we met, we hit it off. I mean, we're both moms, we're both educators.
Right.
We got a lot in common.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
just easy.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of a forced situation.
I did
Right.
get her a job on our first meeting.
She
just
did.
saying.
Wait, what you mean?
So she was looking for another. So she's a librarian, and we work in education. And oftentimes, when you work in education, you need another job.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I
The
was
side hustle.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I hooked her up with where I was. I bartended as well, so I got her a job there.
Oh, okay. Where you bartending?
Tapo is downtown Buffalo.
I think I just heard of Tapo recently. It's
Yeah.
like a more upscale type of thing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I knew some people that said they went there for their birthday, maybe just this past weekend.
Oh, I probably was there.
Probably, right, right. Well, they said they had bad service from the waiters, so hopefully
I was
your
at the
bartender.
bar. I was at the bar.
It wasn't
They
me.
should have sat at the bar.
It wasn't me. All right, so your main profession outside of the side hustles is?
I'm a 5th grade teacher.
Oh wow, how's that?
It's every day is an adventure.
Yeah, this new generation of kids is just they different.
I love the kids, but it's different than when I was in 5th grade.
They're spirited, is what I like to say.
Yeah.
Out of the box thinkers.
Yeah. I know kids is crazy these days. All these schools around here got metal detectors now. It's just getting like, I don't know what it
I
can
don't
be
have a
from.
metal detector at my school.
and your
I'm a
profession?
school librarian.
A librarian.
Yeah.
Y'all changing the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when I was in 5th grade, my librarian and my teacher, they ain't look like this.
We get that a lot. We get that a lot.
Right. Y'all selling things. All right, so the organization Black Boys Read 2. How did this become like? How did this start?
It was kind of my brainchild. So I had seen a lot of the lending libraries popping up around the city. Usually it's out in the neighborhood. And I was trying to find another way to be able to put books in the hands of young boys.
Right.
And so we were thinking, or I was thinking originally, what's another place that they spend a lot of time? And barbershops came up. And so
Hours. They spend hours in there.
yeah, y'all be hanging out in there. I
They-
don't know, ordering food and
I don't do the barbershops. I don't like the barbershop vibe. I know a lot of people do, and like you said, it's a lot of time spent there. I see people wait 2 hours for a haircut, and I'm like, no, I could never take 2 hours of my life to wait for a haircut. Then I gotta get the haircut.
Exactly. So I kind of looked around and I didn't see anyone tapping into that market yet. So
Right.
I pulled on to Jalicia, and she's a librarian. It was fitting. And
So she would plug on the books.
Yeah.
I just felt like, why not partner with a librarian to put
Right.
little libraries in the
A
barbershop?
teacher and a librarian doing with this is just like the umbrella. It just sounds like it's like perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of things ain't perfect, but that sounds like it just came together great. And you said it started when? When was it founded?
So we officially launched March 2nd for Read Across America Day. We were trying to change the narratives because normally Read Across America is centered around Dr. Seuss.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, we don't want it to be about Dr. Seuss. We want it to be about us.
Changing the narratives.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good thing to do nowadays. So now, is it geared towards Black boys only? I mean, of course, we want everybody to read, but I know, like, coming up in the streets, I know a program like this probably would have helped a lot of people I know. You know what I'm saying? Just because we didn't have people encouraging us to read or pick up a book.
I think that it's like that's kind of what grounds our practice, but we know that barbershops are community spaces for all, and so we try to get books that feature Black and brown protagonists.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, our goal really is to make them see themselves in these positive ways.
Black superheroes, things like that.
Sure.
Right.
But it doesn't hurt if any kid really picks a book up and sees someone that either looks like them or maybe a new perspective.
Right. So would y'all compare it to I see things now like when you ride down the street and they got like the things like outside.
Like a little lending
It's
library.
very similar to that. Yes.
Oh, that's what London Library is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was never familiar with what it was called.
Yeah, typically the ones that you see outside, it's community owned, so people can take books and leave books.
Right.
All our little barbershop
Keep the books there.
We keep the books there. They're all brand new books that we bought ourselves. And we are able to curate a bookshelf for that community. So we have a barbershop that's in a neighborhood with a lot of international students, like the west side of Buffalo.
Right, yeah, more Spanish.
Right,
culture.
Hispanic, and so we can try to put books that feature people that look like them.
Oh, so y'all is catering to whatever demographic is right there.
We do try.
Right, which is important though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how many barbershops is y'all in?
So right now we launched with 3.
Mm-hmm.
3?
And then we have one that we're in the it's in the works.
Yeah.
We're going to be launching probably next week or the week after.
And these is all, now, from what y'all got done so far, have y'all already received like help and donations and all of that to build some of these things, or?
We got one donation from a patron from our upcoming barbershop.
Yeah.
So we have a bookshelf program, and one of their customers just like really felt she really just empathized with our cause and purchased the whole bookshelf package.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the packages? How do the packages run?
So it really just depends on the level. So we have our base level, which is $300, I believe, and it gets you just a regular bookshelf, either black or white, depending on what bookshelves we can find, and then it comes with 50 books. And then from there it goes to $350. So it's the same type of basic bookshelf, but you get 75 books. And then I think it goes up to $550. And then you get an artist painted bookshelf. So our first 3 bookshelves we had painted by an artist, Left Handed Bandit. And he did phenomenal work. So we wanted to include those for anyone who might want a bookshelf that's painted. So there's $550 and then $600.
Oh, okay, that's good though. That's because now you incorporating other people to get involved. With the bookshelves, if they bought out a store.
Yes, so we just buy like the normal kind
standard
of
bookshelf, right?
So we put them together, and then we put the books on there, and we switch out the books quarterly. So then the barbershop is always getting new books.
Right. Now, how what is the process like of picking the books, like finding the books? Is this like something y'all both go through together? I mean, for her, you probably come across more, right?
I think that I have like the repertoire, but I think what's important to us is that we really curate kind of like an experience for the people the boys who are like looking through the shelves. And so we really care and are really thoughtful and intentional.
Yeah, trying to...
Right, so y'all conscious about the books y'all put on the shelves. It ain't like just, let's just buy 50 books and just throw them up there. Right.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we are buying books that are different so that each barbershop bookshelf has its own unique experience, and so that we're able to switch them out quarterly. We are also trying to get an idea of what age groups are frequenting the barbershop. So we have things as young as like the little board books that are teaching your letters to having young adult books. So it really just depends, because we want it is for the young boys, but fathers and uncles and grandparents who are there, they can read the book too, and talk about it. So y'all is covering all ages.
Yes. With the 50 books. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. So with the all right, what I see an issue with now is like the attention span of these kids nowadays. is just so short. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what do y'all think the biggest challenge is as far as like the kids actually reading the books? Do y'all get any reviews like from the barbershops or anything as far as like how it's going or anything?
We've gotten some pictures that are really touching. But one thing we talked about a lot was like, instead of them sitting on a tablet for hours and just like playing their games and not talking, you know, they're picking up a book that they can interact with and like read together.
Right. I know a big part of it is, I mean, y'all said y'all parents, I'm a parent, and a big part of it is us though, because a lot of people let the tablets babysit their kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm a headache here, take this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think since we are putting such an emphasis on having the Black protagonists and superheroes and role models, it makes it more interesting for them. They're not reading this, they're not seeing the same books that they see at school. A lot of the libraries, if they have a library at their school, they're catered to what they call the classics, but it's just
bad
white.
History usually.
It's
really what it is.
Yeah.
Some bad history.
And or they're dated and no fault to the school, or it's funding.
Right.
Or I've seen a statistic that said like most picture books feature white or animals as their main characters.
Now that you said that, I'm trying to think of any picture book with a little black boy in it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's not really many, huh? Y'all found some though.
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
Quite a few.
Yeah. Now, y'all had to dig for that, or was it like really just, is it in our face and we don't know it?
Well, I think being in education, I think that it gives us an advantage. When the pandemic first started and everyone was when anti-racist teaching and stuff was kind of like a hype thing, a lot of resources opened up for that. At the beginning of it, I started, for my school, I created a reading list of books across all ages. So that was helpful. I was able to go back to that and say, oh, wow, okay, I've done a lot of research on finding these books.
And this is before you even knew this was going to happen.
Yes.
Oh, right. So it kind of was setting itself up.
Yeah, this has always been a passion for mine. So I always try to go out of the box teaching. I do like classroom transformations and make it into this whole elaborate thing to make it engaging for the class.
Right.
So it was only a matter of time before I came up with something else.
You are the Freedom Writers teacher. That's you. Huh?
She really is though.
She is?
Oh my gosh, yeah. She feels it. She goes above and beyond for her students.
I don't think people understand how important it is. I'm one of the people, and on this podcast, they would already know, if they listeners, that I had a 9th grade teacher, English teacher, which was like, I ended up being like writing, getting into music and magazines and a lot of my own publishing. And it was like, without meeting that lady, I don't know if I would be doing a lot of this, because I was like, I don't even know why she cared that much. I used to be like, why do you care this much? But you know, teachers can see potential in people before we can even see it.
Absolutely.
Right. So how do you got favorites? How do it work for you? Like how do you spot potential? I mean, 5th grade is kind of hard.
5th grade's hard. I think 5th grade is kind of that year where they are struggling with, do I still like school, or am I too cool for school?
Right.
Before I did 5th grade, I taught 2nd grade, and I realized that just was not my ministry. So I had to go up a couple age groups.
Was it because of the age or the behavior? What?
It was just, they were very needy in 2nd grade.
They're babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still babies.
Yeah.
You gotta be a mom to 25 people at one time.
Yeah, and that's tiring. It's tiring.
Yeah. And how long you been teaching?
Surprisingly, this is only my 2nd full year teaching.
So did you have to do what, like substitute or whatever?
So
Like, what's the process?
so I did a program where you get your, so in New York State, you need your master's to teach. So I did a program that was geared towards professionals who had a master's or had a bachelor's in a different field, and they were making a career change. So I was able to do my teaching certification and my master's all in one program. Because prior to that, I was working in a school location, but I was doing events and they call it Saturday Academy programming. So I was curating free community events at a school, providing free lunch, free breakfast, and free activities and events. And I just really wanted to be in the classroom. So I was looking into the opportunities that I had, and I decided to go back to school again to get my 3rd degree.
How much schooling did you end up needing?
It was just a master's program, so another 2 years, but I went all year long, so I was able to do it in a year and a half.
You got it all done in a year?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I actually looked into teaching, but I caught a felony when I was younger. So it was like, they was like, you can't even teach with a felony in New York State.
Oh, I want to know. But...
Right. Well, I just gave y'all some information.
Well, now I know. Now I know.
Right. Don't be catching no felonies.